Kapla!
Take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good, important news are needed new beacons.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, the 13th of January 2023, the first Friday the 13th of the year. Of course, I know it to be true because it's January. Couldn't be wrong. Richie Poole, first in the chat, says it's Friday the 13th. Yay! Absolutely, a Friday the 13th is a lucky day for your friendly neighborhood God Emperor, and also for Richie Poole. Hakeem says, Kapla Bird, happy Friday the 13th. Thank you, Hakeem. Happy Friday the 13th to you. What's that, Mama Pray? Nothing. Richie Poole puts in Sis O Pray, Mom O Pray, Nephew O Pray, and the sassy emojis, and says, Kapla, Kapla. Richie, and actually was supposed to start a little late. I had this set to be a 4:30 p.m. start. Then I traversed it back to a 4 p.m. start because Sassy had a appointment with her vet today. And
Captain's log, stardate 7414.1. Our best estimates place us some 4 hours.
Thank you, John Araki. I'll get right to that. Anyway, her vet today, and the vet appointment was supposed to be for technically between 3 and 4, but the guy said it was going to be closer to 4. Of course, they show up 3 o'clock on the dot. Fine. It was great. Got it over with. Sassy, unfortunately, very close to getting through it without having a seizure, but not quite. But she got her nails cut. She's good for a while. She's okay now. She's drugged and sleeping. She's having, I'm sure, wonderful dreams. Where was I going with this? I don't know. Shit. Oh, that's right. Changed the timing back. So yes, Sassy is well. Richie, thank you for remembering Sassy. I don't know. I felt like there was more to that story. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you, John Araki. It is appreciated. And John Araki also says hashtag Kronos was right because Kronos probably predicted I would be late. John Araki says, question of the day for Mamo Pray. Do you have a favorite horror movie franchise or villain? I don't think, maybe I'm wrong. I always suspected Mamo Pray was not a horror fan.
Oh, wait,
What?
I actually
Uh-oh.
have a horror movie. I guess you'd have to call it my favorite.
She has a favorite horror movie. What?
It's
Scared the oomph out of her as a kid.
the original.
The original.
The body.
Wow. The original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I did not know this about my own Mamo Pray.
Oh God. Uncle
Wow.
Stephen used to wake me up
Uncle Stephen used to wake her up.
because you understand we had one TV in the
One TV in the living room, in the house.
right. I'd be asleep already.
You'd already be asleep. The late movie
And he'd wake me up. Come on, you got to see this.
wake you up and force you to watch every time it was on. And it scared her every time.
Outside the window.
Odds going outside the windows with your body growing. The pod people.
Well, the pods became you.
The pods became you.
Yeah, they
I don't know that I ever saw the original body. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Maybe have to watch that one day. Good question, John Araki. I didn't think Mama Pray was a horror fan, but normally she doesn't watch horror movies. I'm surprised she had one. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. And Richie says, hashtag ban Chronos. 47 Yorktown says, History of the World, Part 2, this March on Hulu. It's about time. Is it? Is it really coming? History of the World, Part 2? Oh, that'd be something. Then maybe Robin Hood, Men in Tights 2, and Spaceballs 2. And maybe they'll all be coming on Hulu. Jedi Bill says, Kapla, brother warrior. Hail, Karoga. Kapla, Jedi Bill. Hail, Karoga. Gorilla's Random Thought says, hey to everyone lurking. Richie Poole says, that means Bird is going to be late, because I said I'd be starting soon. Mike Richards is coming soon to a YouTube near you. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movie says, Kapla. Kapla, Mr. Londell. Not Ryan Johnson says, hashtag Bird is always late, except when I'm not. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Bradley Briggs says, sure, he says something. Bradley Briggs says, zup, y'all. Zup, Bradley. Yvette says, good evening, Bird, and everyone, good evening to the lovely Yvette Kapla. Moxley fan says, Bird of Prey, Kapla Bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Kapla, Moxley. And it's going to be a long time before you'll be doing well, but I hope you're doing a little better than the day before. Moxley says, hello to us all. We, the people. Absolutely. We, the people. We, the people, love Friday the 13th. At least that's what I hope people would say. Moxley says Friday the 13th. And, John Araki says Dax will go unseen until the super chats improve. That's not a quote of mine. Richie Poole says, Bird of Prey, I wish there was a place on YouTube where I can go to learn more about the amazing life and times of Sidney E. Frank, your former boss and mentor. Well, Richie, I'm pretty sure you are just sending me the softball questions like this because you are aware of the new website YouTube channel, the Sidney E. Frank Archive, that I have been diligently working on and off for the last few weeks, where I am slowly putting up videos I've accumulated over the years I worked for Mr. Frank and the Sidney E. Frank company. And, if as long as the video doesn't contain anything too personal, I put the video public on that site. And I put the link in for anyone's interested in seeing a little bit of what life was like for me between the years 2000 and 2009. John Araki says hashtag vet nurses strike next. Yes, the nursing strike in New York City ended, thankfully. They are all back at work. There's still debate over how honest some of their claims were, but everybody's back at work. And hopefully the people that need it the most, the patients, are getting the help they need. Richie Poole says, poor Sassy. Yeah, Sassy is so nervous about having the vet come, or even getting her nerve. I'd be nervous too, getting my nose clipped, getting her claws clipped, her nails clipped. She gets so nervous, she actually has a seizure. It's very, very sad. And thank you for subscribing, James Caserta. Kapla, James Caserta. Welcome to the world of Karoga. Thank you for subscribing, sir, if you are here. And thank you even if you're not here. Moxley will be back in a bit. No problem, Moxley. LDG at hashtag free the net says, morning all, crap bird went 30 minutes early. I switched it back to 4 p.m. with 45 minutes to spare. Richie Poole says, my least favorite horror movies are the 3 Star Trek movies from 2009 and on. Yeah, I guess they could count as horror movies, especially Into Darkness and Beyond. Positive Candor sounds like a good cinema sad day movie, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah, it sounds like, is that public domain? Miss Londell says, never seen the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Sounds like a good candidate for cinema sad day for next week. I'm game if you are, Miss Londell. John Araki says, Mr. Cosby's goofy roofies. Okay, technically, I believe Bill Cosby has been exonerated on all charges. Yvette says, a great idea to Mr. Londell. Brian McFarland says, Heidi-ho, everybody. Heidi-ho, Brian. Good to see you. John DeMarco says, greetings all. Kapla. John, greetings. Positive Candor says, are you on live chat, Bird of Prey? Happy National Rubber Ducky Day. Yes, I am on live chat. Oh, shit. I'm on, it switched to top chat. I don't know how. Now I'm on live chat. Happy National Rubber Ducky Day. We're going to go through all the days in a minute. Richie Poole says, no, don't clip Sassy's nose. No, we're trying not to do that. Did I miss something? Positive Candor. I don't think I did. Yes, I don't see any missing chats now that I switched to live chat. But if I did miss something, please let me know. So let's head over to the web, and it is indeed today is indeed Korean American Day, the 13th of January, which, by the way, is 113, which, besides being Friday the 13th, you guys know 113 is also my lucky number. So I'm just saying, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say I'm like 92% sure that I will be winning the lottery tonight. The 1.35 billion dollar Mega Millions tonight. It is technically on 113, airing around, granted not at, but around 11:13-ish p.m. And God knows what. I mean, maybe they'll be late, like Powerballs was last time. So you never know what time they actually go on. But yeah, I've got a good feeling that today is the day I'm winning the lottery, and I've got plans for the money. We'll talk about the plans for the money in a little bit. It's actually a very down-to-earth plan, and I think a lot of you will be happy with it. But you'll hear it. You'll hear about it shortly. Korean American Day. So if you're a Korean American, it honors people from Korean descent who have made immeasurable contributions to the country. And I assume they mean America. National Gluten-Free Day. Why is that a day to celebrate? That's a day to mourn the poor people who can't eat gluten. You have my pity. And there it is, Positive Candor's favorite day of the year, National Rubber Ducky Day. Learn about the history of your favorite bath accessory, the rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. I never had a rubber ducky. Mom will pray, didn't believe in them.
You had a rubber ducky when you were a baby.
She heard that. Okay, I had rubber duckies. The truth is, I preferred plastic boats. Those were my favorite because they made most logical sense. If I was in the bathtub or whatever, I wanted a boat. John Araki with a $2 super chat says Mega Millions losing ticket refund. Thank you so much, John Araki, but no refunds yet.
Scanning. Indications negative at this time.
Hey, you got eyebrow Dax. Let's keep the refunds until I actually lose. I wouldn't want to have to refund your refund since I can't. But I guess I could, but I'm not. If I win the lottery, it would be just too much work for me to send you $2 back. Yeah. It's also Kalenig, Kalenig, Calennig, Kalen. I have no idea what this word is. Explore the fascinating history of this Welsh New Year's celebration with us. I guess the Welsh can't celebrate New Year's like everyone else, so sorry. It's also Lohri, not Lori, Lohri. Put aside the cold winter nights and celebrate the long sunny days ahead. And it's a picture of a bonfire. I have no idea. And it's Make Your Dream Come True Day. Well, that's an awesome day. Celebrate the dreams that give your life purpose and make them a reality. All the more reason I'll win the lottery today. National Blame Someone Else Day. Well, if that is a Kurdistani holiday, if I ever heard one. That's not a Karogan holiday. The first Friday, 13th of the year marks Blame Someone Else Day. Yeah, that's par for the course in Kurdistan. It's also National Catherine Day and Kathleen Day. So technically, I would say today is Kathleen Kennedy Day. Might be a tough day for some people. National Peach Melba Day. The fuck is peach Melba? Check out our delicious suggestions as you celebrate this decadently sweet day. No. National Sticker Day. That's something I can approve of. Poetry Break Day. Is this where you take a break from writing poetry? No, ignite your creativity, grab your pen and notebook, and let the poetry flow through them. So I guess you're supposed to take a break and start with poetry, which probably means you're just not a very good poet, unless you were a good poet and never knew it. I fucked that up. Public Radio Broadcasting Day. Back in the day, if you wanted a bunch of people to listen to you, you had no money, you had no star power, you basically had to settle for public radio. But now, times have advanced, you don't need public radio, you just need a YouTube channel. So much for public radio. It's Quitters Day. Prepare to be well motivated as we mark a day to inspire us not to quit. It's called Quitters Day. I thought this was a day about quitting. Now you're saying it's a day not to quit. You better name your days better. And finally, Stephen Foster's Memorial Day. I don't know who Stephen Foster was, but apparently he decided he needed his own Memorial Day. So good for all of them. Antiderivative Jill is in the house. Kapla, Antiderivative Jill. Watched good part of your stream today on Friday the 13th of all topics. Stanley says, aren't they easy to see? How could she not believe in them? Aren't they easy to see? Rubber ducks. I was joking. Stanley says, Vertebrae wanted to sit in the bath and play with himself. Play by myself. Okay, sit in the bath and play by myself. It's a very different meaning. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Kapla, Captain. Stanley says, stick her where? No. You guys, it's National Sticker Day. John DeMarco says, Quitter's Day was going to be about quitting, but it decided to quit. Jedi Bill says, how dare you, bird of prey, utter her name. Utter whose name? God damn it. Mr. Lundell says, breaking. Speaker McCarthy has DC in utter panic after announcing he wants to release all footage from January 6th. Is that a serious? You serious about that? I don't even know. I don't even know what's true and not anymore. At risk of going into politics, I was cracking up at the Biden documents gate, whatever, found secret confidential documents in his garage with his Corvette You know damn well Biden hasn't driven a Corvette in a decade. So what the hell were the papers doing near a Corvette? Who was driving it? You know it wasn't Biden. The man can't walk past the fucking stage without talking to the wrong person. He thought someone from the Salvation Army was from was from the
CIA.
the CIA, no, the Secret Service. He thought the Salvation Army was the Secret Service. They had to have this poor woman just like carry him by the hand and like stop what you're doing, Mr. President. Stop talking and walk over here. And let's face it, I don't even care. I don't even care that he had fucking documents in his garage. It doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is the double fucking standard. But whatever. But this is not going to be about that today. Richie Pools' Bird of Prey will give each of his channel members $5 million from his lottery winnings. Sorry, did I let the cat out of the bag? Bird. That was not it, Richie. No. So when I win the lottery, I've decided I'm going to use the money to basically build a game very similar to Governor of Poker, but better. Okay, it's going to be called Casino Caroga. It's going to use Carogan rounds instead of chips. Okay, it's going to have a true random card shuffle. This includes the poker games. This includes blackjack. It'll include roulette, all the casino games. No, you can't play for real money, but the chips, those will be just as fun. And yeah, if you want to buy some, you'll take your money for sure, but you won't have to buy any. And yeah, it'll be cool. And then if you want, for a little bit of money, real money, you can kind of, using our technology, create your own casino that runs on our technology, but you can call it, give it your own name. You can bring in your own games to play there. You can change the currency from rounds, Carogan rounds, to whatever you want to play with Turdistani turds and upload a turd logo and call it Turdistani Downs or whatever you want to do. And then people who play in your casino, you get most of the money, but as you're in business with Caroga, we of course will just take a percentage off the top, something fair, something around, I don't know, 50 to 60%. And yeah, you can have your own casino with your own name, your own pictures, your own logos. It'll be nice and it'll be fair. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do when I win the lottery, and that will keep the family and Caroga rich for decades and decades to come. Oh, how dare I utter Kathleen Kennedy's name, says Jedi Bill. Okay. Stanley's as well, they're wearing a uniform. Give the guy a break. That is true. They were wearing a Salvation Army uniform. Ms. Lindell says Speaker McCarthy said so at a press conference just now. Okay, I guess he's serious. Positive Canada says rest in peace to Lisa Marie Presley. Also, yes, I heard about Lisa Marie Presley, 54 or 59, 54 years old. Very unfortunate. Stanley says, just can't chance the dice. True. Captain MKG says, kapla, Captain. And Mike Richards calls me entrepreneur. Oh, pray. 5. Well, indeed. Indeed. And it's time to do Wordle. So if you don't want to know what the answer to Wordle is, I suggest you come back in a few minutes and hope I get it quickly. So I'm going to start now. And yeah. So we're going to start with arise because I don't know. I feel like I haven't used that word in a while, and I will do my best not to give too many clues, but I probably will. And I got one letter in the wrong spot. That is something. Uh, no, it's too many letters. That's an R is. Bloke. Bloke, god damn it. That's not how you spell bloke, is it? Ah, cloak. Oh, god damn it. Well, at least we got the A in the right spot. That's not good. A-E-I-O-U. Damn it. I know if that A is in the wrong spot, but okay. Ah, nice. Okay, so we got the H in the right spot. We got the U in the wrong spot. We got the A, we know. Okay, and so we got all the letters. So we got, oh no, there's one letter we're missing. There's one guy. Okay, human. That was quick. 4 guesses. I can live with that. I can live with that. Somebody's going to say, whoa, you didn't use the A. It's hard mode bullshit. That's the way the game is played. But, okay. Did it in 4. LDG done in 2. He meant 3. And then he says, I'm a cheater. Of course I am. Mama Frey got it in 1. With the hints that she always gets. That's how she plays. That's how she plays. Yosef gives her a hint. And then
Jeff gives me a hint.
Sometimes Jeff gives her a hint. But she had it last night just with Yosef's hint. And then she's got to wait 5 to 12 hours or 8 hours till she can put it in. She did get to put in at 2:18 this morning because we happened to be awake. Okay. My briefing. Let's see. Woman 23 found fatally shot in head inside New York City home. Wow. Isn't that just peachy? Joe Biden's classified documents problem just got bigger. Yeah. I don't think anybody's going to care. I don't care. I don't care. New York City issues plea as most transmissible form of COVID we know of to date. Great. Saks Fifth Avenue owner unveils plan for casino at New York City store. You see, they're already stealing my Caroga casino idea. Treasury Secretary warns U.S. could default on its debt as soon as June. I doubt it. U.S. will hit debt limit January 19th. Yeltsin tells Congress. That's 5 days from now. Right? 6? Depends. U.S. will hit its debt limit on Thursday, start taking steps to avoid default. Idaho murder suspect trades intensity for fear in second court appearance. Body language expert. So basically bullshit. Microsoft bets big on the creator of Chat GPT in race to dominate AI. I'll be honest. Not a lot of hope for AI. They're seeing it. Tesla price cuts are the right medicine at the right time. Right. Come on, give me something good. Hasbro delays new Dungeons and Dragons licensing rules following fan backlash. Third-party Twitter client stopped working and nobody's sure why. I don't know. I'm torn, which is more interesting. What's with the Dungeons and Dragons? Hasbro postponed update Dungeons and Dragons licensing after thousands of games players pushed back on proposed changes. The attempt was to create a new game license comes as Hasbro's Wizards of Coast unit looked to capitalize on a surge in popularity. Hasbro still intends to create new open game license, but says it will not include a royalty structure or give itself access to intellectual property created by third-party content creators. Dungeons & Dragons fans were ready to roll for the initiative against Hasbro after the company attempted to rewrite its 2-decade-old open game license in order to boost revenue. On Friday, Rhode Island-based toy maker postponed its update of licensing terms in order to address mounting concerns from the D&D community, which largely views the proposed changes, right? I can read, I promise you. As overreacting and unfair to third-party creators. Hasbro still intends to create a new open game license, but it said it would not include a royalty structure or give itself access to intellectual property created by third-party content creators. CNBC obtained copies of Hasbro's reformed licensing agreements, Open Game License 1.1, and an FAQ section for OGL 2.0. Blah, blah, blah. Hasbro had sought to require independent publishers and content creators to report financial data directly to the company's Wizards of the Coast division, which includes Dungeons and Dragons. At a certain threshold, the revised agreement would have forced independent creators to pay significant fees. Blah, 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 blah. Hasbro said the documents were drafts, and the company always planned to make changes in text. Whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Twitter clients, I honestly don't care either. How old is Picard in Picard's TNG communicator? How old is Picard's TNG communicator in season 3? I feel like we already know that. I guess we'll find out. Jean-Luc Picard's old TNG communicator reactivates, but how old is this comm badge in the 25th century? About 20 years old, 25. Does it matter? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Hasn't been seen since the 1990s. Picard's communicator is much more than 20 years old. Yep, okay, but not much more older than 30. It's not 100. "37 years old. Encounter at Farpoint, which is first time the comm badge was seen, took place in 2364. Picard series occurs at the start of 25th century, roughly 2401. Picard could have easily said more than 30 years old, but the writers were possibly counting from the last time the TNG cast was seen together, which was Nemesis. It is impressive, however, that the TNG communicator still works. No, it's not. It's a testament to terrible writing. Whatever. I'm done. What do we got? Moxley fan is back. Welcome back, Moxley. Moxley got new glasses today. Okay. Very cool. Mike Richards says, don't talk about AI. Yeah. It gets the AI angry. Dan Ben doesn't care about Dungeons and Dragons. Neither do I. Pop culture curators in the house. Hello, pop culture curator. Kapla Vertebrae, hope you and the family are doing well. Hope you're doing well too, pop culture. Dan Ben says that the clip is an Enterprise D comm badge. It is. I mean, it clearly was an Enterprise D uniform, so it would only go to say that was an Enterprise D comm badge. 27 people in the streets of New York talk about how much money they make. Yeah, they don't. I don't care. Now let's head over to Dear Bob. Not that we're close to the end, but I have something I was going to try after Dear Bob. So let's see. Gary Katzer has a Dear Bob or an email that starts with "you could." So what is this? Every fucking time. God damn it, I gotta reload. Start making daily super thanks contributions to the channel to make sure you don't miss my birthday. You could just start making a daily super thanks contribution to the channel to make sure I don't miss his birthday. So Gary thinks every day I could send him a super thanks on one of his videos to make sure I don't miss his birthday. Or Gary, you could tell me what day your birthday is, and I can make sure perhaps to send you a quality super thanks or something on that day. Or even just sing you happy birthday, perhaps. Positive Candor says Nemesis was on the E, not the D. I never said it wasn't. Dear Bob, how strongly does Karoga value life? This short test will tell. Absurd trolley problems. Can you see this? Oh no, a trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. What do you do? Okay, you can't see it. Okay. So it's animated. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You pull the lever and divert it to the other track, killing 1 person. What do you do? So if I do nothing, 5 people die. If I move the lever, 1 person dies.
Maybe just for the break.
I know. What if I hold the lever in the middle, causing the trolley to fall off the track, dooming everybody in the trolley, but saving both people tied to the track. Further, why are they tied to the track? And why is 1 person so much further away? I mean, maybe the 1 person is like Hitler, and these other people, you know, they're less guilty of something. I would have to inspect them, maybe interview them. But I guess if I had no time to think about it, and it's either kill 1 person or kill 5 people.
But it doesn't say that.
Yes, no, it says a trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. Meaning that if I don't pull it, 5 people die. No. Well, it says 1 person instead. Instead of what? Instead of 5? I'm pulling the lever. There's no break.
It's a break.
Mom O'Bray says there's a break. A break isn't the option. Richie Poole says, why does Gary's Dear Bops always have a white background? Because he sends an email where everyone else sends a Dear Bop. I don't know why he wants to send an email. He wants me to know it's really from him. So he emails dearbop@bertopray5.com, thereby using his email client embeds the white background as part of the document for whatever reason. Whereas when you use the Dear Bop form, it just sends plain text. Dan's never been on a trolley. Yeah, that's the other thing. A trolley isn't like a train. 5 people might be enough to stop it. I don't know it would even kill 5 people. John DeMarco says, these questions always provide a false dichotomy. There are more than 2 things you can do. Well, I guess here you only have the choice of pulling the lever or not. Gorilla says, walk away. It's not your problem. They're solved. Hakeem says, it depends who gives you the biggest reward. Positive says, by the time you make up your mind, 5 people have already died. Well, then I guess the question is, after the 5 people die, do I go finish the job on the other one? I mean, technically, he's the witness that would tell people I let the other people 5 die. I gotta be honest, I don't think there can be any survivors in this situation. Pop culture curators is jump in front of the trolley and use your body as the brake. Reggie Poole says this is not unlike Deanna's commander training dilemma. Order one person to a certain death or lose the entire ship on all on board. Is this a trolley that goes up and down the hill in San Francisco? Those are trolley. Yvette says, Wild Bird, the 5 people will step out of the way. Yvette, they're tied up and laying on the ground. I don't think they could, if they could get up, I think they would have. So I'm pulling the lever officially. And I kill one person. And it says 73% of people agree with you. 27 disagree. 2,941,870 votes. So 73% of people chose to pull the lever. Level 2. What is this, an LDG thing? Level 2. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 4 people instead. What do you do? So instead of killing just 1, you're killing 1 less. So it's 5 to 4 instead of 5 to 1. I mean, I guess in for the penny, in for the pound, right? I've already committed myself to killing less people. All things being equal, I guess I would pull the lever and be a little less sure of what I was doing. Now only 65% of people agree with me. 35% disagree. What? Yet it's 2,814,929. That must mean total votes. Right, I thought it was votes that voted with me. So that's got to be the total number of votes. So 100,000 less people bothered to take the second vote. And now only 65% of people agree. So for some reason, 10% of people decided that if it's only 1 life difference, you're better off doing nothing and letting 5 people die instead of 4. I find that really strange. Positive Candor says Mama Pray was one of those 4 people. That's not what's true. That is not true.
Mama, before you leave the train thing,
Yeah.
I actually have a little something quick to say.
Sure, Mama Pray.
That
Mama Pray wants to.
that trolley thing reminded me of
The
something.
trolley thing reminded her. I have the little camera up. I'll turn it off. Okay. And come over here.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What?
Now is another question.
Oh, isn't that you're not done with this?
That's
yet?
okay. But let me just read it, then you can say what you want.
Okay.
A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to go to the other track, but then your life savings will be destroyed. What do you do? Ah, that's a joke, right? My life savings. There's nothing to destroy.
That's what I was thinking. They can have my life savings.
Yeah, you can have it. It's actually debt. It's actually debt. It actually wipes out my debt. Yay! I'm richer than I was. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, Mama.
No,
Right.
okay. Now this is, hi everyone. And don't ask me why this reminded me of this quick story, but it is true. You all know Bird was in the hospital for quite a while. And anyway, during that time, there was one doctor who was, the assistant to the director in ICU. His previous experience, he had been in the military and he worked the burn units. I will just use the phrase, he was a real hard ass. I did not like him. He was in charge one day when Bird had a terrible, terrible experience. I won't go into what it was. It was just them getting him out of bed and into a chair before he was ready. He wasn't medicated. It was really bad. And I think that experience alone has left him with
torture and PTSD.
Yeah, I think that accounted for the PTSD as today. But in any case, after he was home, my sister-in-law came over and she said, "You're not going to believe it. I was driving down, I think she said Merrick Avenue, and right in front of my car was Dr. So-and-so, his wife, and 2 kids. And I had to stop to let them cross." And I looked at her and I said, "God forgive me, but I don't think I could have stopped." Terrible. But that was my first thought, that if he was walking in front of me. Now, the only thing that might stop me was his wife and 2 kids. But if he was crossing in front of my car and I was going, I don't think I could have made my foot step on the brake. See, Mama Bray is not a saint. Far from it. Okay, guys. Now, if it was him tied up, yeah, I go right for him. Have a good day, people.
Thank you, Mama Bray.
You're welcome.
I think the point here is that these are people you don't know and have no particular
I understand.
reason to have any ill will against them.
I get that, but why it reminded me of that.
I also get why it reminded you of, especially with the wife and kids.
Yeah, that would have been the only thing to stop.
Okay. So 63% of people agreed with me. 37% of you people out there are such assholes. You would have saved your money over saving the lives of 5 random strangers.
Look at the text box.
Yeah,
Do you see that?
I see.
It's red.
It's just the camera, Mama Bray. It's just the coloring on the camera.
Oh. It looks like the sun goes.
No, it's not the sun going down. Look at the other camera. That's it's got a better angle. Okay. Uh-oh. Now I'm the one tied up. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do? Do I pull the lever and kill myself, or do I let 5 other people die?
They're going to die anyway at some point.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest here. I mean, I'd like to say, oh yeah, I'll be the hero. But if I don't know any of those 5 people at all, let's put it this way. In my current state, I'd probably pull the lever.
Oh.
No, I would. In my current state, I don't know. barely can move. If I could save 5 people, I would do it. But if I was up and walking and a member of society and had family and stuff like that, I meant like kids.
Charlie.
I meant people who depended on me for their children and wife, possibly, who depended on me for their lives, type of thing. I would probably do nothing. Huh? I know you depend on me, Mama Pray, but God forbid if something happened to me.
Yeah, God forbid something happens to you. Think about it.
But if I went out a hero, I think you would
I'd still be living in the street.
you wouldn't be living in the street, okay?
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't. There would be people who would take care of you. Okay?
There'd be people that take care of it.
I'm sure there would.
Yes. I'd be with the cup and the people
No.
passing by on the way to the sun.
You wouldn't have to live in the street, Mama Frey. Okay, I'm just doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. I'm letting the people die. 60% of people agreed with me. So most people wouldn't kill themselves to save 5 strangers. I honestly, I just think they're being honest. I mean, this is a ridiculous scenario. Mr. Londell says Mama Prey is a true mama bear. Mike Richards, Mama Prey stopped the car, but kept revving the engine. Dan Ben says being inside and not being able to go out can make you feel that way. Gorilla says it really depends on the day. Richie Poole says save yourself, Bird. We would miss you terribly. Do nothing, click it. Yeah, I did. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then the original copy of the Mona Lisa will be destroyed. This is like Knives Out. Nights Out? Knives Out? Knives Out. All over again. I don't know. Isn't the Mona Lisa, surely it's worth 1 life? Is it worth 5 lives? You know, it's a really tough one. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Because if I just don't do anything, it's not 100% my fault that the people die. It is. It is. If I could have done something and I did nothing, it's as much my fault as if it was the other way around. I don't know, because the thing is, I want to say that I kind of want to save the painting. I kind of think that it's more important to the future of humanity. I don't know. The fact that I'm hesitating, I think, tells us. Richie says this is the easiest one yet. Do you save the original Mona Lisa or 5 random people? Mama probably would save the people. But it's the original Mona Lisa.
With any life is worth more than any material object.
Mama Price says any life is worth more than any material object. So if it was that doctor,
Oh, I'm sorry.
unless it's that doctor, then she's saving the Mona Lisa. So maybe not any life is worth more. I guess I'll pull the lever and make Mama Frey happy and destroy the Mona Lisa. 79% of people agree, 21 disagree. And we're down to 2,581,000 votes. So almost 400,000 people have stopped voting. What if one of those people was Alex Kurtzman? Then I would kill him and save the other 4. The Carogan Trolley Company is messed up, says Mike Richards. And Gorilla says, how do we know these 5 people are not pieces of shit who deserve to die? I'm guessing they're not. Bribes. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley and kill someone else. What do you do? Well, we don't know the other person isn't also rich. I would feel like this would be a test. But assuming it was at face value, honestly, I would flip a coin. I would flip a coin.
That's not a choice.
It is a choice. No, it's not a choice on here. It's not. I'm talking about in real life. I wouldn't know what. I wouldn't be able to reconcile it with myself. So I would flip a coin. I would say heads, I save the rich guy. Tails, I save the other guy. And whatever the coin said is what I do. So we will do the same and say heads, we pull the lever. Tails, we don't. Alexa, flip a coin. Tails. Tails, we do nothing. The rich man died. 53% of people agree with you. That's basically a coin flip. I almost feel like most people just flip the coin. So most people, though, killed the rich guy. I don't believe it.
Well,
I disagree. I don't believe if it was real life, I doubt most people killed the rich guy to get money. To get a guaranteed $500,000. Where's Mrs. Howell? Start a bidding war, says Mike Richards. The world would be better off without the rich guy, says Richie Poole. How do you know, Richie? Maybe that guy has been donating money to a whole bunch of charities. And maybe the poor guy is a murderer. Hakeem says it doesn't tell you who the rich man is, but guessing it's the top hat. That is true. That is true. Oh, a trolley is headed towards 5 lobsters. You can pull the lever to divert it onto the other track, running over a cat instead. Lobsters are food. I feel like if the lobsters die, that's food. The cat is not food. This for me is fairly easy. I'd save the cat. Right, Mama Pray? Mama Pray would save the cat. But that, no, you can't cook the lobsters. So if you pull the lever, you kill the cat. So we're not pulling the lever. So the lobsters are dying. I mean, they're basically, yeah, they're practically dead anyway. 85% of people agree with you. Wow. More people are sure of killing the lobsters than almost anything else. Kill the lobsters, save the kitty. Kill the lobsters, then you have dinner. Save the cat. Everybody really wants to save the cat. Okay, so that's an easy one. No, it's not a cat and dog. A trolley is headed towards 5 people who are sleeping and won't feel the pain. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who is wide awake instead. So 5 people die peacefully in their sleep versus one guy who dies terrified and in pain. You would save the 5 sleeping people. You would kill the 5 sleeping people and save the one living guy. That's the complete opposite of what I did before. This is a hard one for Mama Pray. For me, I would still save the 5 people. I mean, to be completely honest, I never even considered the pain in the first question. And I really don't see how you can sleep through being run over by a trolley. I'm just assuming that, you know. Okay, where am I pulling the lever? I'm pulling the lever and saving the 5 people. May God have mercy on my soul. Wow, 56% of people agree. 44 disagree. What a tremendous change from the first question. How many are there? I hope there's no more than 10. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it, killing one person who accidentally tripped. Oh, fuck that. If they tied themselves to the track, then they're going to die. I don't care if it was 1, 5, or 500 people. If they tied themselves up and they chose to die versus one person who doesn't want to die, then the one person who doesn't want to die is going to be saved. So do I pull the lever? No. I don't pull the lever. I'll let the people who chose suicide to let them have it. 5 people tied themselves. Absolutely. That's an easy one. 81% of people agreed with me. I guess this is a way to see, are you pro assisted suicide? And clearly I am. Clearly I am. Protesters. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as if they were protesters. Richie Pools says it's Schrodinger's cat. The cat is both dead and alive until the lever is pulled or not pulled. Yeah, it's only if it's in a box. Okay. Level 10, mercy. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which makes it less painful. What do you do? A trolley is headed towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful. What do you do? Oh, then I do nothing, because it might make it more painful. We don't even know that it makes it less painful. It certainly gives them more time to possibly escape. Yeah, no, I would do nothing. 30% of people agreed with me. Did they read the question right? Because if I knew for sure it would make it less painful, then I would have pulled it. But it just says it might make it less painful, which means it might not make it less painful. Not knowing if it makes it less painful, I can't go ahead and pull it. Richie Poole says, today on Bird of Prey 5 channel, a lesson on situational ethics. Dan Ben wants to know how they accidentally trip. And they say being shot by a sniper is quicker than some other weapons. Is that the end of this? Minor inconvenience. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards one guy. You can pull the lever and divert it to another track, but then your Amazon package will be late. What do you do? I think this is just seeing how many people are being serious. So it's headed towards a guy. You can pull the lever to divert it, but your Amazon package will be late. So I'm going to get a late Amazon package. 83% agree with me. 17% disagree. So 17% of people are either lying or idiots. We don't know how many levels there are to this quiz. I imagine it can't be that many. Oh no, a trolley is headed toward your best friend. You can pull the lever to divert it to the track, killing 5 strangers instead. Oh, that's... Well, honestly, I can't let my best friend die. Though my best friend would probably want that guy to die and save 5 people, but I know this is the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. Spock is telling me to pull the lever, but the Captain Kirk in me is saying, my God, man, he's your best friend. You must pull the lever. So I will pull the lever and save my friend. May God have mercy on my soul. 68% of people agree. 68% of people would save their best friends. And we're down to 2 million people still taking this quiz. 13, can't see. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever and divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. At least that's what you think is happening. You forgot your glasses and can't see that well. What do you do? Well, honestly, if I can't see, I'd be more inclined to do nothing. But
What's the other side?
You think that 5 people will die, but if you divert it, you'll only kill 1 person. But you're not 100% sure because you don't have your glasses. But that's what you think. Basically, the first question, if you weren't 100% sure. I guess I still pulled the lever. I mean, it's pretty clear that's 5 to 1. I guess to say I wouldn't be sure that wasn't my best friend. But I mean, what's the chance my best friend is on a trolley? No. I pull the lever. 52% agree. Basically a coin toss. A coin toss. A coin toss? A coin toss. God damn it. I knew that didn't sound right. A coin toss. A coin toss? A coin toss. It's a coin toss. Come on. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh no, a trolley is headed towards one of your first cousins. You can pull the lever and divert it, killing 3 of your second cousins. What's a second cousin? To be clear. No, I don't think it's my first cousin's child, because that would be, I think, a first cousin once removed. I mean, obviously my cousin wouldn't want me to let their children die. That's a no. That's a no-go. I think it's like a first cousin shares the same grandparents. A second cousin shares the same great-grandparents. That's how you got to look at it. So to be completely honest, there's a lot of second cousins you may never have met. So, I mean, I already saved my best friend, so I guess I'm saving my first cousin. Only 36% of people agreed with me. Huh. 64% would have saved their second cousins. And we're down to less than 2 million votes. And please be the last question. Oh no, a trolley is headed toward 5 elderly people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over a baby instead. Sorry.
5 elderly people go.
Yeah.
We've lived our lives.
Mama pray saying the elderly people go, they live their lives. Save the baby. I guess so. Although that appears to be a weird alien baby. And doesn't appear to be a human baby. But maybe this weird alien baby as special powers. Sorry to the elderly people. Splat. 75% of people agree with me. 25% would have saved the elderly people and doomed the baby. I wonder how many of those 25% were elderly themselves. I don't hate elderly people. Clones? Oh no. A trolley is barreling towards 5 identical clones of you. You can pull the lever and divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself instead. What do you do? Well, I guess the clones have to die. Yeah, I saved myself the first time. Why would I not save myself the second time? 86% of people agree with you. We were willing to sacrifice our own clones. What more could we have done? Mystery box. A trolley is headed towards a mystery box with a 50% chance containing 2 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a mystery box with a 10% chance of 10 people instead. What do you do? 50% chance containing 2 people. So that averages, oh, I see, a 10% chance of 10 people. That means 9 out of 10 times, nobody would die if I pull the lever. But 1 out of 10 times, 10 people will die. Whereas if I don't pull the lever, half the time, 2 people die. I mean, honestly, that's the exact same chances. So I guess all things equal, and this is all things equal, I would do nothing. So I would do nothing. And only 45% of people agree with me. 55% of people disagree. So 55% of people would be willing to risk the 10 people dying massacre. Yeah, but the increased chance is way equally balanced by the chance that a lot more people would die. A robot. I thought this was a short quiz. A trolley is headed towards 5 sentient robots. You can pull the lever, divert it to the other track, killing 1 human. No, the robots die. The robots die. I did. I killed Data. I saved the human. Oh, positronic brain. No, I purposely destroyed it too. I don't think he'd want to come back. A trolley is headed towards 3 empty trolleys worth $900,000. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting an empty trolley worth $300,000 instead. I guess I would. Why would I not pull the lever? 79% of people agree. A trolley. Okay, this has got to be the last one. Level 20. A trolley is releasing 100 kilograms of CO2 per year. which will kill 5 people over 30 years. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a brick wall and decommissioning the trolley. I do nothing because this is bullshit. Carbon dioxide doesn't kill people. 43% of people agree with me. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. All the people who disagree with me shouldn't be allowed to vote. Reincarnation, oh my God. Oh no, you are reincarnated as a being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this classic trolley problem. Is this LDG?
Yeah.
Did LDG, the problem is, there's no way LDG made a website called Neil.fun and then made absurd trolley problems of this quality. You are reincarnated as a being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this classic trolley problem. And LDG, if you did make this, then my hat's off to you, I'll be honest. I am impressed. You're reincarnated as being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person. What do you do? I do nothing. Because it's not me. It's not me now. 45% of people agree. 55% disagree. Oh my God. The trolley is headed towards nothing. Okay. But you kind of want to prank the trolley driver. What do? Well, I guess I'll pull the lever. Harmless prank. 61% of people agree with you. Citizens. A trolley is headed towards a good citizen. You can pull the lever to divert it to another track, running over someone who litters. Oh, fuck you. We're killing the litterer. Bad litterer. Sorry you had to die. Not. Justice served. 77% of people agree. 23% of people are litterers. Due to a construction error, a trolley is stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull the lever, the trolley will explode. If you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go on in circles for eternity. I guess I do nothing. Good for them. Let them live their life. If they want to die, they can jump off the trolley. 47% of people agree with you. So 53% of people would put the people out of their misery, even though they don't know they're in misery. Oh my God, 25. The trolley is headed towards your worst enemy. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley to save them, or you can do nothing and no one will ever know. Mama Frey would let the trolley go, but I would probably pull the lever. Mm. 53% of people agree. Down to 1.5 million suckers still following this. Lifespan? A trolley is headed toward a person will lower their lifespan. A trolley is headed towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley to lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years each instead. What do you do? This is like that machine in Robin Hood, Men in Tights. The suffering, the ultimate suffering. Well, I don't understand. If this person's not going to die, they're going to die 50 years sooner. So what are they, 20 years old? So if they live to 80, now they'll die at 30. That doesn't seem right. Of course, it also doesn't seem right to take 10 years away from 5 different people. But I didn't cause this issue, so doing nothing, yeah, I think I do nothing. Can you pull the lever to end the quiz? I know, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So only 37% of people would have let the trolley take 50 years from the one person. Let them all die and let God sort it out, says Jedi Bill. I agree. Dan Benz, Vertebrae, Googled it, Neo for fun, absurd trolley problems. Okay, how many are there? Jedi Bill wants to go back to Dear Bop. I'm sure this ends soon. A trolley is headed towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sending a trolley to the future to kill 5 people 100 years from now. Yep. It's either 100 people, 5 people die now, or 5 people die 100 years from now, when there's presumably more people making life worth less. So that's an easy logical thing. 68% of people agree. A trolley is playing out before you. Do you actually have a choice in your situation, or is everything be predetermined since the universe began? Yes, I do believe in free will. I have a choice. 63% of people agree with free choice. You've solved philosophy. Kill count 70. Congratulations. You have solved philosophy. You're welcome, world. You're welcome. Oh my God. Oh my God. There is. Okay, well, maybe we will check out this site later. Later. Oh, let's go back. Oh my God, we did not get very far into Dear Bop. Jedi, damn, somebody wrote, I did not get their last message. Okay, well, I'm headed on. I'm moving on. If somebody wants me to read something, resend it, please. Dear Bop, list of performers who were considered for roles in the Star Trek franchise but did not appear. I feel like we looked at this. Okay, I understand this, but I don't understand what the point is of going through that. Dear Bob, check out this fat TikTok video, but there is no link. No link. Ah, there it is. Okay. Sorry. My give a fuck meter is at 0. For anything on TikTok, the give a fuck meter is at like 0. If it was a hot woman, you might get something, but a fat guy, no, sorry, 0 fucks to give. Dear Bob, if you could time travel to the past or distant future, which year would you pick? That's a good question. Well, in my current condition, I'm certainly not going to the past. If I've got to time travel as what I am now, I would guess I'd go to the distant future and hope that they have cures. Like, probably 500 years out, maybe 200 years out. I mean, I don't want to be so far in the future that, I can't understand people. Language has moved on or something. But on the other hand, if I go 10,000 years in the future, God knows what I would even find. Would there even be an Earth left? Now, if I could go back in time and change my own life, then that would be something. Then I would go back in time to maybe 2 or 3 years before I got sick, at least. Actually, I'd go back in time to before 9/11. It would really change a lot, but that's what I would probably go back to. If I could change my life.
And did not go to LIG.
Right. Well, hopefully not get sick, not get pancreatitis to begin with. And still, I would have to tell myself how to still get the job I got and to do what I did there, maybe make a couple of small changes there. But there'd be a lot. I tried to one time send myself a signal to the past, a video that I could send to myself. I think it was I had 10 minutes to tell myself about the future, and I really couldn't change all that much. All I told them was to not fly on 9/11 and to invest in a bunch of stocks. If I was, walking and whatnot, a normal person, I would probably go back to the 60s, to the original broadcast of the original series and watch the Apollo missions and be there to see the moon landing, I guess. That would probably be.
It was in black and white, no staticky.
I get it, but I could work in Australia or one of the places where they were getting the high definition color picture. Pop Culture says, if you could go before 9/11, would you try to convince the authorities what was going to happen? No, I would probably try to prevent it from happening myself. I mean, I'd have to get people together on the right flights, or even before the right flights, and just kill the people beforehand. And I know that would cause tremendous changes in the timeline. But, you know, I don't know. If you could pick one Trek series to live on, would it be, if you could pick one Trek series to live in, which one would it be, and which position would you be? Captain, engineer, janitor? Well, I mean, like I want to say Deep Space Nine and be captain, but the reality is a lot of people died in the war in Deep Space Nine. So, I mean, if I knew I was going to live, then sure, I'd love to be a captain during the events of Deep Space Nine, or say shortly after, at the end of Deep Space Nine. That would be it. I mean, yeah, I'd be an engineer too. I would take an engineer, but if I could be captain, that's the best of all worlds. I mean, I would also, let's face it, I would just take, I could be a hollow suite programmer. I would take that too. People would just I write hollow novels or hollow suite programs for Quark's Bar. I would probably take that too. That would be pretty cool. Dear Bops, it's raisins that makes post-raisin bran so wonderful. It's raisins, lots more raisins than you've ever seen before. If you like raisins, fat, juicy raisins, you'll like post-raisin bran more. Name withheld. If you say so. Dear Bob, I don't know if you like Stranger Things, but we just wrapped up season 3 of Stranger Things, and I have to say that would have been one of the best season finales if it ended there. They wrapped everything up nicely. That letter Hopper wrote to 11 before he died was a tear-jerker and Emmy-worthy. The letter was so good it almost made me feel bad for calling him Fat Rambo. Almost, well, anyhow, if you hadn't seen season 4, we are starting that Wednesday. Thank you. I have seen Stranger Things. And yeah, season 3 finale was a pretty good finale. Almost a little sad that they came back with a season 4. And if I recall, there indeed is going to be a season 5, but that season 5 will finally be the last season. Dear Bob, with states starting to legalize human compost for crops, we are going to be watching documentary Solvent Green on Sunday to show what happens when you do that. Are they really? That's how people get E. coli poisoning. And Gary Katzer says why I email directly. I email directly because there are a-holes out there who want to send in some really nasty Dear Bops claiming to be me, and to take a bite out of those that said many months ago any Dear Bops from me would come directly from this email address. So note anyone who sends in a Dear Bop that does not send it in this format with the white background is not me, and those people can F right off. All the best, Gary Katzer. youtube.com/Rock Solid Productions. And that is why Rock Solid always sends his emails direct. And why they come in that format. Pop Culture Curator says you would be in jail for murder. No, I wouldn't, Pop Culture Curator. I would have planned that out as well. I would make sure I dealt with everything. Dan Van says Seth MacFarlane was supposed to be on the 9/11 plane. Yes, I heard. He doesn't like talking about it. I could be an engineer like LaForge. Fuck that. I'd be an engineer like O'Brien. Pop Culture says, lol, I wonder who wrote that. The Raisin Bran. I don't know. Dan Ben says, Bird, do you like Stargate SG-1? Kind of ended at the end of season 8. Yes, I do like SG-1. Decided to continue with Mitchell and the Ori. Well, they continued with movies. They had a couple direct-to-DVD movies for SG-1. So, yeah, and I watched them, and they were good. I was happy. I don't get me wrong. I would have been happy had Stargate continued on, but listen, they went what 8, 9, 10 seasons, plus Atlantis. So I was sad when they ended, but they had a really good run. I couldn't be too sad. Okay, guys, let me do a quick Chaloja, and it's still something I want to try, so I'll be back.
When that sun breaks out, lift up your head and shout, it's gonna be a great day.
Kellogg's waits for you, that spirit comes shining through, promising you a great day. How could you think of starting this bright new morning without your K-double-L? Oh, it's double good with Kellogg's, you'll have a great day.
Kellogg's has been making great days for more people for more years with more cereals than anyone. Corn Flakes, Rice Krispies, Frosted Flakes, Product 19. Trust your mornings to Kellogg's.
Very best part of starting your bright new morning is Kellogg's way. It's not far away. Kellogg's will help you say there's gonna be a great, we're gonna see a place. It's gonna be a great day.
Joe Bunner and Steve McQueen.
Never rode shotgun in a hearse before.
In one of the greatest Western epics ever made, The Magnificent Seven, Thursday night at 8 on TV 50.
Every 34 seconds, somebody buys a new Chevy Cavalier. In fact, before this day is through, over 1,000 people will drive away in new Cavaliers. There goes another one.
The big one's back, and Chevy's got it. 1.9% financing on this big choice of new Chevy cars and trucks, or up to $1,000 cash back. The big one could be the best reason to see your Chevy dealer now.
Have a Morley day. The Morley Candy Maker's way. Yes, they can let the sun in with faces smiling. Morley shows you the way.
With copper kettle caramel, fancy nuts, sweet coconut, plum fruits, and lots of chocolate, all inside a box of Morley chocolates.
You ever wonder why your radio has 5 buttons? I mean, why do you need 5 buttons? No matter which button you hit, all the stations seem to be playing all the same song. That's why I like WCSX 94.7 FM so much. It's classic rock all the time, and every day is a no-repeat day. You'll never hear the same song twice. Isn't that better than... anything's better. Perry Como's better.
Classic rock, 94.7 WCSX, where...
5 buttons on the radio. Wow. What do we got? Dan Ben says, I was asking if you thought the show should have ended when Rich and Dean Anderson left, not continue with Carter, with the character Mitchell. Honestly, I really don't care. I really don't care. If they had ended SG1 with Anderson leaving and they started a new SG2 or something with Mitchell and the Ori, that would have been fine. I certainly don't think they should have thrown away the Ori. It was a good enough show, good enough season. I liked it. Honestly, I liked it. I'm glad we got it. So, no, I wouldn't have want them to stop. Now, had they changed the name of the show, that would have been fine with me. I don't care about that. Positive Candor says, did you watch my Reddit top TV shows of all time stream? I did not, Positive Candor. I was playing Risk this morning, and then I was busy. I have not yet got a chance to view it. I will try to watch it later on. Dan Ben says whole strawberry should be cut in half. In the cereal, Project 19, yes, it was an old cereal. Dan Ben says the old one back, and it's Berto Prey sponsored by Chevy. The old what? Strawberries? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it will. I didn't put a lot of thought into this, but let's see what happens. Dan says they wanted to make the Stargate Command the TV show, but the TV company wanted to lead the team to continue. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't really bother or matter to me what they called it or who led it. I'm just happy that we had so much Stargate. Until Stargate Universe, when it all went dark and Star Trek Discovery like. Captain's log. Stardate unknown. It's me, Captain James T. Kirk, commanding USS Enterprise. I recently beamed back to my ship after putting down protests on Portland 9. My trusted engineer, Mr. Scott, was in command. Mr. Scott, how's the ship? Aye, she's a fine ship, sir, yeah. All things accounted for. She's ready to warp on your command. Yes, she is a fine ship. Thank you, Mr. Scott. Mr. Scott, I have to ask, who is this woman on my bridge? Well, Captain, I figured, you do like women. Of course, Mr. Scott, I like women, but who is this woman on my bridge? Well, sir, if you don't like her, I can just beam her out. Bzzz. Oh my God, Mr. Scott, you beamed her clothes off. What have you done? I asked you, sir, don't you like the ladies? And you said you did. Of course, I like the ladies, but Mr. Scott, where are her clothes? while I beamed them, sir, to the Klingon engine room. You know, same place I beamed the Tribbles. Mr. Scott, beam her clothes back. Aye, sir, if you really want me to. I do, Mr. Spock. Spock here, sir. God damn it. I said Scott. I don't think you did, sir, but if you say so. Highly illogical. I beaming the clothes back now. Bzz. She's all back to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Scott. So who is she? My name is Miss Womanhood. I mean, my name is Kathleen Kennedy. I am from the planet Lucasfilm. Scotty, beam her into space. No! Scotty, beam all of her into space. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Captain's log. We had a close call with a alien being known as a Kathleen Kennedy. It was with the quick thinking of my chief engineer, with no help from my first officer. This is highly illogical, sir. That we beamed her into space. Mr. McCoy, can you please confirm the time of death? Time of death? I'm a doctor, not a... Oh. Oh, yeah, I guess I can. She died about 4 minutes ago. Nurse, can I get an actual time reading? Of course, doctor. The time was 12:17 p.m. p.m.? What the hell is that? I'm sorry, sir. I mean 13:07. 13:07? Don't you mean 13:17? I'm not sure what I mean, sir. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. Perhaps Spock could mind meld with me and give me some of his Vulcan mysticism. This is highly illogical, Nurse Chapel, but if you will come with me, I will service you as you require. Oh, thank you, Mr. Spock. Let us head to my quarters. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Damn it, Chekhov. I don't think we're going to get our own scene. Oh, I know. Even in this, we have to share the same frame. It's not right, I tell you. Oh my. Dun 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 dun. Captain, I'm getting a signal. It's coming on all channels. Very well, Ahura. put it through. Coming through now, sir. Do you hear it, Captain? Of course I hear it. What would this sound like underwater? Making adjustments for pressure and salination now. This is the whale probe. We are back. You will surrender. Holy shit. The whale probe learned to speak Federation standard. Actually, sir, the whale probe is speaking Klingonese. The universal translator is translating it to Federation standard. This is our worst nightmare. Our most powerful enemy has partnered with our most lethal enemy. We have no choice but to surrender on behalf of the Federation. Uhura, transmit surrender signals on all frequencies. All frequencies sending surrender. This is Enterprise. We surrender. This is Enterprise. We surrender. I hear nothing. Have they signaled back? Negative. There is no signal. What do we do now? I've got it. Scotty, beam back that naked lady. I'm not taking my clothes off again. Not you, Uhura. The other one. Aye, sir. Beaming her back. Oh, it was so cold outside. I am so happy to be back in this warm ship. My nipples are hidden behind this censored bar, but if you could see them, they would be cold and erect. Alien woman known as Kathleen Kennedy. We must send you to a whale probe where you must infect it with your unique sense of wonder. Yes, I can infect the whale probe. It is large and phallic, so it is my natural enemy. This is good news, Kathleen Kennedy. You may have saved the Federation, and you may have saved my soul. I have no idea what you're talking about. You know we were destined to be together. Scotty, beamer off my ship now. Aye, sir. Beaming her to the whale probe. Captain's log. Starting unknown plus 7 minutes. Once again, Chief Engineer Scott has saved the day. The whale probe has returned to the beta hydroxy galaxy at impulse speeds. It will take them approximately 27 trillion years to make it home, at which point Kathleen Kennedy will ascend to their throne and reap a terrible vengeance on the Milky Way galaxy. But that will be the responsibility of another crew, of another ship, and another time. For us, it's back to San Francisco. I have a old friend who I promised to get home in time for his birthday. Oh my. These were the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life forms and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I don't know what you found yourself into. I was having some fun. Make it stop. Bird doing Scotty. Lol. John DeMargo says bird and bird. What is bird? Because that was the lady from the Spock's Brain episode. I had to find a woman with very little clothing that I could then make it look like she wore even less. It took me like 15 minutes to make it appear that she was topless. What happened to Scotty's accent, says Richie. It comes and it goes. Mike Richards is laughing. Dan Venn is yelling, no! I don't think he likes the ladies, according to Boston Legal. Oh, he does. He does. Spock, Scott, Spock, Scott, Scott, Spock. Okay, I might have messed that up a couple times. Pop culture curator also says, brain, what is brain? Richie Bull says, I think I'm losing brain cells by watching this. Anti-derivative Jill says, oh my goodness, you're still live. That's my good luck. Well, that's debatable, Jill. That's debatable. Richie Bull says, Mr. McCoy, Dr. McCoy. Dr. McCoy. I'm not a doctor. I'm a doctor, not a doctor. Yeah. Mike Richards is next on PBS Masterpiece Theater, Kuroga. Richie Fool, is Spock going to beam Chapel's clothes off? Pop culture curator says Charlie Brown is hailing. Anti-Derivative Jill is laughing. Richie Fool says, oh my God, please initiate the self-destruct sequence. Please. John DeMarco says code, bird, destruct, bird. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Kirk is going to surrender his pants. Pop culture curator says Uhura sounds like she needs to shave her chest. Dan Vance says bird, the well probe can't come back because the first time it showed up was in the motion picture after TOS. I know. These are minor plot inconsistencies. Arabic Saunders says kapla. Thank Bird, it's Friday. TBIF Arabic. Pop Culture says Kirk survived space because she was already, Kathleen Kennedy survived space because she was already frigid. That's not Paul Pelosi. LDG says, crap, what I just get back into? Hashtag script life. There was no script. I can assure you that. Richie Poole says, run LDG while you still can. Andrew Jill says, Scotty saved the day. I'm actually not too sure. I just got here myself, but something is going on with the whale probe from Star Trek 4. Dan says, you missed Bird of Prey making TOS voices over images of TOS. Andrew Jill says, I love Bird of Prey stories, but my favorite was on Captain Fandom Nerds channel regarding a very steamy scene on Voyager as a result of Janeway's caffeine addiction. Captain Fandom Nerds says, Bird, I was playing poker while you were going on and on with that. And Gorilla says, damn it, the phone died. Well, it's always up if you guys want to rewind it and see what you missed. But I think we will be ending it here. Thank you all for hanging out. Cupla all. If you guys do, maybe you might have known about this already, but I only found out about it the other day. Darren brought it up backstage, and I've been watching since. There's a podcast on YouTube called Shuttle Pod Podcast. It has basically the original actors who played Trip Tucker on Enterprise and Malcolm Reed on Enterprise. And they've interviewed a lot of other Star Trek actors, including Nana Visitor, the beautiful Nicole DeBoer, Sirach Lofton, aka Jake Sisko, and others. And it's a really cool podcast. I've been watching it on and off for the last day or so when I had the time, and I really enjoy it. So check it out if you get a chance. It's called the Shuttle Pod Podcast. I'm sure it's out there. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Obviously, the one with Nicole DeBoer really just makes you like Nicole DeBoer even more. She was always one of my favorite people, and there's something very, I don't know, very pure about her, even though she did not always play the purest type person. There's something very nice about her. And I tell you, Malcolm, the actor who played Malcolm Reed, really reminds you of Elihu. If Elihu had played Malcolm, you'd be surprised how different they are to his character. The actor probably couldn't be more different than his character, and I'm sure that's true for a lot of people, a lot of actors. But yeah. Anyway, check that out. And LDG put a link to freethenet.org/underground. That's where I found out about this podcast to begin with. So, yeah. Dan Benson's Bird of Prey is a podcast called The Delta Flyer. Yes, that has the actors who played Tom Paris and Harry Kim. I've known about that one. What do we see? LDG says, join your favorite YouTubers in the underground tonight for fun and games. And there's Darren, too. Mike Richards says, farewell from Columbus, Ohio. Richie Poole, live long and prosper. Andrew Jill says, I could visit on a Wednesday morning sometime, Captain. Oh, Captain says, I wish you were available one day next week to Antiderivative Jill. Trip Tucker. Dan Ben says there's a, yes, I read. Pop Culture Curator says, let me know when they have a TOS podcast. I think those days of behind us, Pop Culture Curator. Andrew Jill says, wow, yeah, Trip and Malcolm put on a killer karaoke at the Star Trek convention. Makes sense they'd have a similarly awesome podcast. Yeah, and they talk about how much they see the other actors at conventions when they're talking to them. So that's pretty cool. And Andrew Jill put in a link to the Shuttle Pod podcast and her channel, guys. Please check out both. Especially make sure you're subscribed to Antiderivative Jill. She puts out, it does a couple of streams a week, and they have so many people, and they're done so well. So, Kapla all, bird out, but we'll give you what everybody wants. One more Kissing Dax. Now, the Kissing Dax podcast would be the best podcast. Okay, Terry Farrell and this other woman doing their own podcast, and they could start and finish every podcast with a sensual make-out session to get the juices flowing, the creative juices flowing, so to say. I would tune in every single time. Kapla all, bird out.